Not only does Monroe, North Carolina put on a great air show each November, but they have also adopted one of the last operational C-46 aircraft, Tinker Belle. She's a star no matter where she flies in this great country and has brought many of the memories for those men and women who served during World War II.
Well, the C-46 Commando was built by the Curtiss-Wright Aircraft Corporation starting in 1940 to 1945. There were 3 factories, one in Buffalo, New York, one in St. Louis, Missouri, and one in Knoxville, Tennessee. They built a total of 3,181 of the C-46 Commandos. Out of that, today, we have approximately 5 of them left flying in the world. The Tinker Belle is the only C-46 Commando that is in the original paint scheme that was issued when it came out of the factory in Buffalo, New York in September of 1944. The aircraft was essentially made famous by its flight over what's known as the Burma Hump, flying support missions from India over Burma and into China to support General Claire Chennault's Flying Tiger Group. The aircraft was able at that time to carry more cargo and fly higher and fly faster and further than any other aircraft of its type.
Among modern aircraft, the C-46 can sometimes be a challenge to fly, and it takes an experienced pilot to make sure it's properly flown.
The challenge to flying the C-46, of course, is, first of all, it's a tailwheel aircraft, which was designed in early aviation history of aviation and aerospace. The second is she was powered by the 2 most powerful engines, the Pratt & Whitney R2800s, each developing 2,000 horsepower on takeoff. What we have on this aircraft is a particularly large stabilizer and a small rudder, whereas on the competitor, the Douglas DC-3, they had a very small stabilizer and a very large rudder, giving the pilot more control in case of an engine failure or even in slow flight maneuvering. This aircraft does take a little more skill in the fact that one has to overcome the tendencies of those engines and the tailwheel, especially when we have crosswinds and, of course, our limitations being approximately 15 knots of wind.
Not every pilot will get the chance to experience what it's like to fly such a piece of American history. But most pilots who fly these older aircraft have different experiences to tell.
Well, flying this piece of American aerospace and wartime history is almost like being able to take the Declaration of Independence home in your back pocket and review it, look at it carefully, look at who signed it, look at the signatures, the type of writing, the parchment on the paper, and then sending it back when you're through.